Hello everyone, and welcome to my The Bachelor Buzz News channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Chock Chapel, Pascal Ibgui, and Guy Gansert were the Golden Bachelorette's final three. Joan gave Chock her last rose and her heart, but these three men are troublesome, and it's time to determine whether they're worse than Gerry Turner. Yes, Gerry, the former Golden Bachelor, was charming at first. The leading man was butterscotch-tanned and passionate, and sugar wouldn't melt in his mouth. But it soon became apparent that Gerry was all show and no substance. Even though Gerry professed his love, he was unable to stay committed. The trouble began when he married Teresa Nist. In a kind of nationwide your place or mine dilemma, they were unable to decide where to dwell. They divorced because neither would compromise. Gerry's reputation was in ruins following the landslide victory. Viewers no longer dreamed of him as an elderly guy. The die was cast when he wore a crude but humorous Indiana, "It's not that bad" t-shirt and rubbed his delight in Teresa's face following the breakup. He was a villain who had pretended to be a hero. Yes, it appears that Joan likes Chock, for the time being. But despite their engagement, he has displayed traits of being a domineering individual. He was glued to the slender blonde on a group bowling date, ruthlessly obstructing his opponents. He appeared somewhat insecure by demarcating his zone. People are frequently doomed to lose what they hold on to so strongly. A person can truly listen to their heart when they are free to be who they are and make their own decisions without coercion or pressure. Therefore, Chock can come across as overly protective to his sensitive partner in the future. There's the whole stalker thing with Pascal. He likened Chock to those thugs who intimidate and harass women. Chock isn't actually that good. He simply sees an objective and takes a very direct approach to achieving it. Chock may be overbearing, but he's not the complete jerk Pascal claims him to be. It's difficult to pinpoint exactly what lurks beneath Guy's murky waters. He appears to be a life-saving emergency room physician. He is a devoted dad. But there's the intrigue around the restraining order. Because she was scared of him, his ex-wife took one out on him. He allegedly threatened her at that dark period, becoming more stalker-like than Chock has ever done. These three individuals obviously have serious problems, while Gerry simply couldn't force himself to move. He hasn't actually gone low, but he has made playful fun of Teresa. In the future, Gerry might seem like an angel to viewers of The Golden Bachelorette and the original spin-off, The Golden Bachelor. He has moved on without harboring too much resentment. If and when would Chock follow suit? Perhaps not. At the conclusion of the first season of The Golden Bachelorette, Joan and Chock Chapel became engaged, but there are already indications that the couple will never tie the knot. It's unfortunate as well because Joan, 61, has endured a lot and truly deserved to find true love on the show. It never occurred to Joan that she would be dating in her prime. Before he died in 2021, she had been blissfully married to her soulmate, Joan, for 32 years. Before he was given a cancer diagnosis, they were happily married and had 4 children together. Joan never believed she would get over the loss of her spouse, which crushed her. She made the decision to give it a go after being selected to compete on The Golden Bachelor. She quit the season early because of a family emergency, despite having a connection to Gerry Turner, 72. She was introduced to 24 unmarried golden men after being cast as the Golden Bachelorette, seemingly ending her bachelor career. Ultimately, she handed 60-year-old Chock her last rose, and the two became engaged, although there were indications that they might never walk down the aisle. Joan was in denial when John was told he had cancer. He sat her down before he passed away and expressed his desire for her to live a life free from loneliness. He wished for her to rediscover love. Throughout season 1 of The Golden Bachelorette, Joan battled feelings of guilt despite her best efforts to honor John's intentions. She frequently talked about feeling unfaithful to her late husband. Joan appeared less willing to let her heart open anew the more she talked about her late spouse. Chock had experienced loss before, just like Joan did. Chock dated Catherine Elizabeth White Gorey following the dissolution of his 12-year marriage to Heather Chappell, with whom he had 2 daughters. Before she was afflicted with cancer and died in 2022, the couple had been engaged for 9 years. He claimed that losing Heather was the most traumatic loss of his life during Joan and Chock's first solo. Despite his obvious love for his late fiancée, Chock may not be ready to commit due to the length of their engagement. It's probable that Chock will drag Joan through yet another protracted engagement. The Bachelor spin-off's first coupling isn't Joan and Chock. As the first season of The Golden Bachelor came to a close, Gerry gave Teresa Nist, 70, his last rose. They were married in a grandiose Golden Bachelor wedding just a few weeks after making their relationship public. After just 3 months of marriage, the septuagenarian couple announced their divorce, despite the great expectations for the newlyweds. Joan made it apparent that she would not be repeating the same error even before The Golden Bachelorette began. Joan emphasized that people need more time together and stated that she would not be hurrying into marriage in a CNN interview. There won't be another Golden Bachelor wedding special if Joan doesn't change her mind. She even went so far as to say that she would be interested in making an appearance on a future season of The Golden Bachelor in Paradise. Oh my God. I'd like to be on it. Joan continued, catching herself, hopefully, I'll have a husband and not be eligible. Joan is unlikely to marry Chock anytime soon if she was already discussing appearing on another Bachelor show. Joan and Chock recently made their romance public after the Golden Bachelorette finale. Joan and Chock had to hide their relationship the entire time because the last rose ceremony was taped months earlier. They have already begun planning for the future now that they are free to be in the open. They have discussed returning to the location of Chock and Joan's first date, as well as joining their family on a united Disneyland holiday. Even though Joan and Chock seem to be much in love, their wedding date is still a ways off. On Wednesday night of the season finale, viewers witnessed Golden Bachelorette Joan Vassos and Chock Chappell become engaged. They are deeply in love and still together. Naturally, the recently engaged pair is being questioned about their wedding preparations as they are currently in the news. Chock Chappell and Golden Bachelorette Joan Vassos were interviewed about their future plans. How the pair intends to split their time has previously been disclosed. Both of them are keeping their homes in Kansas and Maryland. They're also getting a New York City apartment. They will travel there when they wish to spend time alone, otherwise, they will alternate between the 2 states. To date, Joan and Chock haven't discussed weddings in great detail. At the moment, they want to enjoy being seen in public and have a typical life together. Will their wedding be broadcast on television once they begin organizing? Joan stated, I had initially stated that I wanted the wedding to be small, with only our friends and family, but after giving it some more thought, I'm starting to consider the possibility of having it broadcast on television. Seeing Chapter 2 of us truly beginning a life together would be enjoyable for everyone who has accompanied us on this entire journey and has been seeing it all unfold for the past few months. They are worthy of witnessing the next phase of this. She also disclosed that they are likely to tie the knot in less than a year. The Golden Bachelorette Chock Chappell and Joan Vassos also disclosed whether they have had any arguments since becoming engaged. That's definitely no. They were fortunate enough to have 5 happy couple visits since the completion of the shoot. Joan and Chock revealed that they had not argued throughout that period or any other time in between. He's extremely easy to live with, she remarked. He's highly trainable, Chock joked. Joan also mentioned that, for the first time since John's passing, she felt as though she had a companion. She is aware that Chock will assist her if she needs anything. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, so please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any update.